forms of different format of if loop, including elif and else. And now I wish to discuss. You can use if loop inside the other loops like for loop or while loop, etc. That also will be helpful for doing some sort of problems. I wish to discuss that type of issue now. I hope my screen is visible. Hi, the miss.
Yeah, sir, it's coming. Yeah, it's okay now.
Okay, okay. Okay, now I will discuss a program in which we can use if loop inside of some while loop. I will give one example. Suppose we are initiating with x is equal to 1, then I am using one while loop while x less than 11, then I'm putting the column. Then if x less than 5, then print print you can write anything. I am writing like this: print x comma, then we are putting right in quotation big, sorry, small. Then if or else, then colon, then I am using print x comma big. Then for the while loop, I'm writing for the execution, I'm putting x is equal to x plus 1. Then here the program intends to print all numbers up to 5 with one word along with that one, that is small. And if x greater than or equal to 5, if it is not less than 5, then it will print the number along with a big. And suppose I am executing this program. Then look at the output. Here, this is the output: 1 small, 2 small, 3 small, 4 small, then 5 big, 6 big, 7 big, 8 big, 9 big. So this is actually what we have done is we have used the if loop inside of the while loop. Now I wish to explain one more thing. Suppose I am writing print done here. Simply to understand one thing, then what happen is that command also will come under the consideration of this while loop. So after printing the number along with its command, it will be printed done for all values of x. Now listen, suppose I am executing this program. Here I am discussing this matter to resolve some error actually. Suppose you are including that done under the consideration of that while. What happen is that that done will be printed along with all output that we have already discussed under the consideration of while loop. Okay. Suppose we need to print this done only after the completion of this program. What you have to do is you have to enter this print on the left side panel. Then this print done command will not be under the consideration of this while loop. Then this will happen only after the completion of this while loop. Okay, so now look at the output. So this is the output. Look at this one. Here the output is printed, done is printed at last after the execution of the entire program. Okay, so this can be used in one of the assignment that I have given as print multiples of 2 up to 30, and if it is a multiple of 6, you have to print 6 star. That you can done by using this concept. I will explain that one. Suppose we are starting with x less than 2, then if x less than 31, then while x less than 31, then this execution will come. If uh, x percentage 6 equal to 0, then print x comma star, x comma star. If it is a multiple of 6, then it will print the number along with the star, else print x alone. Print x alone. That means suppose you are starting with the execution. Initially, the value of x is 2. Then that 2 will come here. Then it will while loop will check whether it is less than 31 or not. Then actually 2 is less than 31. Then if that number is whenever that number is divided by 6, what about the remainder? That is percentage 6 represent. X percentage 6 means the remainder obtained when x is divided by 6. If it is equal to 0, then that means it is a multiple of 6. Then it will print the number along with the star. Else that program will print that x, that multiple of that 2 will print. And here you can put the execution limit as 2, then x is equal to x plus 2. Then there is no need of writing this print, or otherwise if you want, you can put that print for the completion of this program. Now listen, suppose I am executing this program. Now look at this output. 2, 4, then 6 star, then 8, 10, 12 star, 14, 16, 18 star, etc. Okay. Likewise, you have to think which conditional loop or which conditional loop we can use, and where we can use if loop, etc. That we can consider. Okay, so I hope these things are clear. Actually, this was the main part of the programming. Okay, and actually, along with some logic, you can do the same problem in different ways. You can use this program in some other ways also. There is no need of writing a program in a specific manner. Suppose I am doing in one way, then you can do the same program with another way. Okay, with another way. Likewise, the same program, the same thing I can do in another way. Listen, suppose a is equal to range 2 comma 31 comma 2. Actually it's a list. It's a list with starting with 2, and with the common difference is 2, and which ends at 30, not less than 31, then suppose I am using this command. If x in a, percentage 6 equal to 0, print, sorry, not if, first of all, for x in a, for x in a, here I am using for loop, then conditional loop. If x percentage 6 equal to 0, then print x comma star, else print colon, then print the if loop is actually missing that colon, then for else print x only. Here, this is taken from a list that we have defined by using the range function with 2 as the initial pointer, and with 31 as the terminal pointer, and 2 is the gap between two numbers. And I have done this work by using if command. Now, suppose I am executing this program. Now listen, the same outputs we got. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 6 star, 8, 10, 12 star, etc. So a single problem in your hand can be done in different ways. Okay, for that one, you can use your own logic, whether in sometimes that may be by using while loop, or that may be using for loop, or that may be using if loop, etc. Okay, so you have to practice different problem, different situations. You have enough problems with you to find, to check whether a number is prime or not, to check whether a number is cube, perfect cube or not. Likewise, you have enough issues in your hand. Otherwise, you can do some statistical problems like find the median, find the mean, find the mode of some set of numbers that may be taken from the keyboard, or it is taken from the initial steps of the program. All the programs, you have to all the problems, you have to convert that problems into in a programming way. Okay, then you will get some new ideas. And once again, I'm telling you one thing is that a good programmer is a person who is writing a program by using minimum number of lines, and by using minimum level of memory. I already mentioned that a float variable, introducing a float variable will take more memory than that of an integer variable. So whenever you have to use an integer variable in a particular occasion, uh, uh, please don't use the float variable in that situation, because that will take much memory. Okay, that's why I'm saying that a good the quality of a good programmer is writing a program in a minimum minimum number of with minimum number of lines. Okay, that also you have to consider while choosing the while loop, for loop, and if loop. Okay, now you can ask the queries related to this looping, while loop, for loop, and if loop. I'm sure you should have some doubt. Somebody asked the questions through WhatsApp. I hope I cleared that doubts there. And if you want, you can ask your doubt in our general group also. Then, while making the clarification, the others also will be get that clarification. I hope it's clear up to this level. Shaida miss?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Shall I move? Okay.
Yeah, sure.
I've
Participants
been,
can ask questions through message
yeah.
box also.
Okay. 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 Now I'm moving to the other concept that is function. That's function. I will explain what is the importance of function and what are the practical usage of this function that I will explain. Actually, function is used for doing a particular part of a program in different occasion. Then that part is known as function, or function is a miniature program. Okay, miniature program. Now I will explain. Suppose I'm defining one function. For defining a function, you have to put define def. First of all, I'm taking. Sorry. First of all, you have to put one name for a function, and you have to put here the name of the function I have defined as square, and I'm putting x. X represent the number of the name of the variable. Actually, what this function does is print x square, or you can put y is equal to x square. Then, or simply, I'm writing this one, print x square. Now here I am writing one comment, print square of 2. Print square of 2. Actually, what I have done is here I have defined one function in one variable that is to print the square of a particular number. Then here I am taking the command as that print square of 5. Actually, this square is defined here. This square is defined here. Now listen. Suppose I am executing this program. then you can see that the output is printed here 25. Okay, but here actually what we have done is the square is defined as in the form of a function there. So this is a miniature program, this is a mini program. Wherever you can call this function. Now listen, print print 2 plus square of 10. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. Here the problem is that the here we are giving the command as a print x star star 2. Then here the output while asking this one it will not possible. But the square of 10 will be calculated. That already done. Here we are calling actually square of 10. Okay, while asking square of 10 that output will be printed here. Okay, here we have not asked to find the square of 10 anywhere, but what we have done is we have defined one square here, and that output is taken as the output of that x is taken as x square. So whenever you need squares, you can square of a particular number, you can call this function anywhere in the program, in the consecutive steps of this program. Okay, here actually this x actually defines the number of variable. Actually here x is the variable actually we have defined here. Here we have defined only one x, only x. Sometimes you can use more than one variable here. Suppose I am putting a comma b here, and s is equal to a plus b, s is equal to a plus b, print here I am now putting, changing the name as sum. You can put any name for the function. Here I am calling print sum of 5 comma 3. Suppose I am executing, sorry, here the output we have not defined, print s. That is actually the output of this command that we have already not written. That's why here the output is not displayed. Now look at this one. Here actually we have defined two variable a and b, and the name of that function we have defined as sum. Then we are taking s is equal to a plus b here. Then we are putting as print s. Then here we call sum of 5 3, sum of 5 3. Actually the output is this one. Okay, output is obtained as whenever we are calling we are putting 5 instead of this a, and 3 instead of this b we are putting, and what we got is that the sum of that value is obtained here. Okay, so this is a miniature program, this is a mini form of a program, and you can call this sum at anywhere you wanted to find the sum of two numbers. Okay, now listen. Suppose I am showing one example. this factorial of n. Factorial of n is a very useful program actually. If n equal to 1, print factorial of n equal to 1, else factorial of n equal to n star n minus 1. I have some clarity needed. Anyway, we will execute this one. Actually, factorial is the product of that factorial of n is the product of first n natural numbers up to n. Now, suppose I am executing this one. I think some errors correct there. Anyway, we can check. Factorial of 6. Sorry, equal to n equal to condition is true. Sorry, I will show that program here. Oh, sorry, the output is return. That's why the problem. Return. Here you can write n equal to 0. Then return command is used to get the output, but the return command will not will not give the output as a print form. return n star factorial of n minus 1. Yeah. Now listen, this is a program to find the factorial of a number. Then if the initial value is 0, we know that 0 factorial equal to 1. Then if the value is not 1, what that will do is that the program will run the n into factorial of n minus 1. Then the factorial is already defined here. Factorial of n is, then that loop will continue up to we reach at n equal to 0. Okay. Now listen. So this is the output. You got 720. Actually, factorial doing this work with C programming and other things, it will take a lot of steps. But by defining a function, it will be very easy. Here you can use this factorial of some 50. Factorial of 50 is actually it's a huge number. Even though, look at this output. This is factorial of 50. Actually 50 into 50 49 into etc up to 1. Okay, that work is done within seconds by using that factorial. Now listen, I will show one more thing that we have not explained before because of that print command. Listen, here suppose I am writing uh, print 100 plus 100 plus factorial of 5. Okay. In the earlier case, I have mistakenly taken as a print. That's why the problem that error existed there. Here, what we will do is what we will get is here factorial of 5 will be added to this 100. Okay. Actually, we know that 5 factorial is equal to 120. Then the output will be 220. So what here what we have taken is we have used the factorial concept, the function inside this print command, inside this print command. Likewise, while doing a problem, whenever you are needed the factorial of a number, you can call this function there. Okay, so in this way you can define some part of a function as a some part of a program in the form of a function, and you can call wherever it needed. Okay, here actually what I have done is we have added factorial of 5 to this 100. Suppose in sometimes then suppose I'm needed to give 100 divided by divided by factorial of factorial of 3. Now look at this one. Here we have used 100 by 3 factorial. Okay, 100 by 3 factorial. Actually, 3 factorial, there is no formula for finding this. In the math module, there exists steps for, there exists formula for, there exists format for factorial. But sometimes you may not have some standard formula for doing some work. At that case, in such cases, you can define function in another in function in with one function name, and you can call that function wherever it needed. Okay, so this is one of the application of factorial, and I will show one more example that is it's a very wonderful example. This is the program for printing Fibonacci numbers. Do you know Fibonacci numbers? Fibonacci numbers is actually first number one, then second number is also one, then the third number will be the sum of the first and two, then one plus one you will get two, then the fourth number will be the sum of third and second, then that is two plus one you will get three and so on. So it's actually a pattern. Okay, it's a pattern of numbers. So here, suppose we have to need the Fibonacci numbers. First, n Fibonacci numbers. So suppose you need to first Fibonacci numbers. Here, what we have done is here we are defining a function Fibonacci of n. Initially, this n is the variable here that we will call that we will use while calling this function. This is actually this n is used for finding or for representing the number of terms in this Fibonacci sequence. Initially, we have taken two variable, one variable a and another one variable b, and we have taken the value of a as 0 and value of b as 1. Then what the program do is, if b less than n, that is if b less than this number 1, if less than this number n, then print b. So initially the value of b is 1, so that value will be printed. Then what happen is the value of a and b will be changed. How it will be changed is, instead of a you will get a plus b, instead of a you will get b, and instead of b you will get a plus b. Then initially suppose here the value of b is equal to 1. Actually, suppose we are putting Fibonacci of 30, then b less than 30. So what we will get, that 1 will be printed, and instead of this a, that 1 will be taken into the position of a, and b will be a plus b. Actually, what is a? Initially a was 0 and b is equal to 1. Then the value of b will become again 1. So again come to that one, then that b will be printed, but at that time the value of a will be equal to 1, and the value of b will be equal to 1 plus 1, that will be equal to 2. That process will continue, and here we are calling that Fibonacci numbers, the print Fibonacci numbers. Actually that value will be printed up to the Fibonacci numbers up to 30 will be printed here. Now listen. Sorry, here we have to put brackets. Remember one thing, in Python 3.2, the print command word does not require brackets. So in some text material you can see print without bracket, but Python 3 version does not support that print without bracket. So you have to use bracket for uh, everywhere whenever you are using print command. So here also that requires. Now look at the output. The output is 1 1 2 3 5 8 13 21 etc. So 21 is the last Fibonacci numbers less than that of 30. Okay, and yeah, by simply making some zero there, you can print, you will get the Fibonacci numbers up to 300 within the same time span. Okay, so these are the Fibonacci numbers up to 300. Okay, the next Fibonacci numbers is the sum of this 144 and 233. That is 377. So now look at the pattern. So this is the pattern. 1 plus 1, that is equal to 2, then 1 plus 2 is equal to 3, 2 plus 3 is equal to 5, then 3 plus 5 is equal to 8, and so on. Okay, so that is the pattern. Each number is obtained by adding the sum of by finding the sum of the preceding two numbers. Okay, so this is actually this is the application of a function. So actually, what a function is, simply I will say function is a mini program, mini program. And that program part you can use anywhere in the program by calling this, by calling simply that name. Here, the look at this one, the name is fib, the name is fib. Suppose I am changing the name as web, web. And suppose I am executing, suppose I am executing, then you will get an error. What is the error? Because here we have defined the function as web, but we are calling it as fib. Okay, fib. But this fib is not defined anywhere in this program. So instead of this fib, you can put web. Okay. Then suppose I am executing, then the output will, you will get the output. So by doing this one, I explained that there is no importance for the name of a function. Okay, for finding the square of a number, there is no need to write the name of that function as square, or find while using the sum of two numbers, there is no need of putting the function name as sum. You can put any name. Okay, you can put any name, but while calling that function, you have to use the same name itself. That is the condition. Okay, so this is another application, and here I will explain the syntax for the function. Then here, the syntax for the function is, first of all, you have to write this def, that is for define. Def command you have to use, then a function name, then the variable, then the variable. Okay, then you have to put one colon also. The colon is compulsory while defining a function. Okay, and you can use all the program element here, and you can call whenever the that program part needed, by defining that function with that variable. Okay, with that variable. Suppose you are defining one more variable here, n5. Okay, and we or nq, it's a variable actually. And then suppose I am executing this program, then you will get an error, because here you have used two variable, but that while calling that function you have mentioned only one number. Okay, actually this q have no role here, no role in this program. But if you have defined two variable in the while asking the output also, you have to call, you have to put that two variable. Suppose I am writing comma 0 here, 0 here, simply I am putting 0 here. And actually we know that there is no role for this q, and we have not used that q anywhere. But even though, there is no problem for the output. Okay, because here three, this n, only this n have role while executing this program. So if you we have simply defined one q there, and that q is not used anywhere. So in that way, suppose whenever you are putting 0, that 0 have no role while executing this program. Okay, but whenever there exists a role for that second variable, then you have to put that the variable, a value for that variable here while asking the output. Okay, so this is the concept of function. Okay, I hope you got the idea of a function. Okay, I think it's better to stop now. This is another part of this programming, another feature of this programming actually. Even some programming language have no facility for using this type of functions. So this is one of the advanced feature of as a programming language. This is the advanced feature of Python. Okay. So any doubts?
Hello, any doubts?
Hello.
Okay, sir. I think.
Okay. Okay. So we can wind up now. Okay. If you have any queries, you can ask. I will share the assignment problem soon. Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay. Okay. Welcome. Thank you all.